Think about Leonardo DiCaprio. If he lived in 1955, would he still be the face of men's beauty? It's hard to say, because the definition of what makes a man attractive changes completely depending on the era. What we call men's beauty today is totally different from what was peak style in 1950s. On this channel, we explore these generation gaps through a different theme in every video. So, if you're interested in how the world has changed, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's go to 1950. 1950s. If you wanted to look like a serious, dependable man back then, you wore this. Number 5, the boxy suit. Suits today are slim and sharp, but in the 50s it was the opposite. Huge shoulder pads and a square boxy look were the peak of style. Think of Don Draper in Mad Men. It wasn't about being fashionable, it was about looking like a man who could lead a company or protect a country. You looked like a solid wall. If you were the king of the school, you definitely had this on your chest. Number 4, the Letterman jacket. Before we had social media followers, we had these patches. If you wore a Letterman jacket, everyone knew you were a star athlete. It was the ultimate status symbol. Think of Chris Evans as the untouchable popular joke in Not Another Teen Movie. Even though that film parodies teen movies, it perfectly captures the exact standard of the 1950s high school alpha that defined cool for decades. If you didn't have one, you were just another face in the crowd. The sharp look for a man of action. This was the peak of clean-cut masculinity. Number 3, military-style short hair. In the 50s, this was the gold standard for a handsome man. Most men were veterans, so they kept that military discipline on their heads. It's the high and tight look, perfectly neat, zero nonsense. Think of Steve McQueen or the classic groomed look of Superman. It screams, I'm reliable, I'm disciplined, and I'm a gentleman. This was the look of a hero. The bad boy revolution that turned an undershirt into a legend. Number 2, white t-shirt and jeans. While everyone was trying to look perfect like a number 3, a new group of rebels appeared. This is wild. Before 1950, a t-shirt was just underwear. Wearing it in public was like walking around in your boxers. Then James Dean appeared in Rebel Without a Cause. He ignored the suits and the military neatness. He just wore a plain white tee and blue jeans. Suddenly, this rugged look became the new definition of sexy. The rock star crown that was all about ego and a lot of hair grace. Number 1, the pompadour. The gold medal goes to the Grace. When you think of the 50s, you think of this hair. You needed a whole tin of pomade every week and a comb in your back pocket at all times. Elvis Presley was the king of this look. It was loud, shiny, and extra. It was a statement that said, I'm a star. If your hair didn't stand out, you weren't doing it right. The 1980s. In the 80s, looking like a hero meant looking like a fighter pilot. Number 5, the aviator look. In 1986, one movie changed men's fashion forever. Top Gun. Suddenly, every guy wanted to look like Tom Cruise. You needed a leather flight jacket, a plain white t-shirt, and those iconic aviator sunglasses. It was the ultimate cool under pressure look. Even today when you put on aviators, you're channeling that 80s masculine energy. The living action figure body for the man who wanted to look like a tank. Number 4, the muscular body. In the 80s, average wasn't enough. You had to look like a Greek god made of granite. This was the era of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator or Sylvester Stallone in Rambo. Huge chests and giant arms were the only goal. Men weren't just guys anymore, they were living weapons. The snobby status symbol for the guy who wanted everyone to know he was rich. Number 3, preppy polo style. This was the ultimate country club look. You needed a pastel polo shirt and you had to pop that collar up. Look at Jude Law and the talented Mr. Ripley. It told the world that your family owned a yacht and you spent your weekends playing tennis. It was the old money look that everyone tried to copy. The aggressive armor for the businessman who wanted to dominate the room. Number 2, the power suit. Think of Michael Douglas in Wall Street or Christian Bale in American Psycho. We're talking about shoulder pads so wide they were intimidating. These suits were designed to show power. The bigger your shoulders were, the more of a shark you were in the business world. Business in the front, but a total party in the back. Number 1, the mullet. The undisputed king of the 80s. It sounds like a joke now, but in 1985, this was the peak of humanity. Look at Billy Ray Cyrus, or the dangerous vibe of Billy Hargrove in Stranger Things. It was short in top and long in the back, a mix of rebellion and pure chaos. It was wild, messy, and full of freedom. Even today, it remains the most famous fashion crime in history. The 2000 to 2010s. The luxury flex where the value is entirely on your feet. Number 5, sneaker culture. We're in the digital era now. It doesn't matter if your hoodie is cheap as long as your shoes are rare. Sneakers like Jordans are the new luxury watches. It's all about the limited drop. If your shoes aren't rare, you're not in the game. The agile look for the guy who values health over raw bulk. Number 4, the Fight Club physique. The giant 80s muscles are officially dead. Today, the ideal is a shredded, extremely lean and functional body. Think of Brad Pitt in Fight Club. It's not about being a giant tank, it's about having perfect definition and agility. Looking perfectly toned in a simple white t-shirt is the gold standard now. The I didn't try look that actually took a lot of work. Number 3, light stubble. The clean-shaven look is over. Now it's all about the perfect stubble. It's supposed to look like you forgot to shave for 3 days. But really, you used a trimmer and beard oil to get it just right. It's the Ryan Gosling effect. Rugged but still civilized. The ultimate silhouette for the guy who puts comfort first. Number 2, oversized streetwear. Goodbye, skinny jeans. We're living in the era of the big silhouette. Drop shoulders and baggy pants. Think of the 2000s baggy look of 50 Cent or the modern, minimalist layers of Kanye West. It's about being relaxed and too cool to care. Whether it's street style or high-end fashion, the rule is simple. The bigger, the better. The effortless soft boy crown taking over every TikTok feed. Number 1, fluffy textured hair. The number 1 trend right now is the fluffy hair. It's all about volume and messy texture. Think Timothée Chalamet. It looks like you just woke up like that, but it actually takes a lot of product in a hairdryer. It's the modern version of the 50s pompadour, but softer and more aesthetic. So, what do you think? From 50s grays to 2020s fluff, the way we define men's beauty has done a total 180. In 30 years, our kids will probably laugh at our baggy hoodies and say we look like clouds. But out of all these eras, which one do you think was the ultimate peak of style? Would you choose the clean-cut hero look of the 50s? Or are you all about today's effortless aesthetic? Let me know in the comments. I'm doing the women's version next, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next generation.